you need to do this now to prepare for the next Forge update. So obviously with the new Forge update coming, we're gonna have a lot of new changes. Today's video, I'm gonna be going over those, covering most of the leaks that we do have, a bit of information in regards to the update and the current meta for grinding money, levels, and just high value ores in general. So for the most part, firstly, as you might already know, tomorrow we're gonna have the start of what's gonna be called the Forge weekend. This is probably gonna be what they call like their weekend hype updates or whatever, similar to like other games, how they have like events and all that. There's no known in regards to if they're gonna have like admin abuse or something like that. We don't really know. I personally don't see how they could integrate something like that. Obviously it's probably possible. I just don't quite see that being, the case. Now the next thing being, as you might know, today might be your lucky day, but I'm going to be giving away 50 re-rolls to multiple people. And to enter into the giveaway, all you got to do is comment your Roblox username down below, leave a like and hype this video, and that will enter you into the re-roll mega giveaway. Or have noticed I have a lot of money, 1 million, a bit over a million, and how I obtained said much is actually very simple. So it's a really easy money strat. So I'll show you that. But for the most part, this is one of the systems you might want to take advantage of because there's no telling what's going to come in this update. But as a note, they are adding a bunch of new free rerolls, and if you didn't know, they already added a new code. So if you want to head on to the description, this is just a pretty helpful website I found, this page right here. So as you see, they have all the codes. So there's 400k, there's 400k. You can just click copy. Peak, this is going to be active on December 6th, which is tomorrow, as they said during the weekend. And sorry for the shutdown. Now here's where all the expired codes, there's actually so many, but for the most part there's this. Now the next thing kind of want to look into, it's going to be the money strats that I used and a lot of people are using right now. So firstly is being mass crafting. So essentially what you'll do is you'll grind just filling your inventory. Now my personal favorite resource for crafting to grind also ties into the other money method, but this is going to be slimite. So if you go in this, so this right here, slimite, this is my personal favorite, right? Super common, as you see. It's not actually a 1 in 247. So the way you get this is by killing any slime. It's more common with blazing slimes, but if you do have the goblin cave unlocked, you can go in and farm these. But so pretty much the goblin cave, right? These things are really easy to kill, and there's also a lot of exclusive ores in here. But so they'll come up and attack you with like a basic thing. You can parry it, and then like I can two-shot them, but there's obviously the harder to kill ones. But these slimes, I'm going to try to get it to actually drop it and show you. They have a chance of dropping slimite. There we go. So just got one slimite. If you're using luck potions, you can increase the drops on this. Now this is actually really easy to get a lot of, and this is also a really good crafting item because of its multiplier. So slimite, as you see, 2.25. I use this for the majority of my starting loot. I had someone helping me kill blazing slimes, right? I would kill those, and like I would deal a bit of damage on them before they killed me, and then they would like one-shot them. Shout out to whoever that was. But these are pretty good for crafting. Now you can craft armor or weapons. Now ideally, if you can get enough in here to make I think like 20 to 30 to make a great axe or a colossal weapon, that'll sell for a decent amount. And then you can go ahead and take that. Obviously, like I was saying, go ahead and sell it. Then you can take that. But the next thing is going to be using potions, like I was saying before. So if you're mining ores, I would recommend using luck potions and miner potions. Reason for this is when you go back into the forge, you want to obviously have the benefits of these potions to get the high value things. Now, obviously there's a level of trade-off required for it to be of value, but if you have like a pickaxe, like the arcane pickaxe, and you can mine basalt veins, or you can mine bigger ones like the volcanic rocks, try to find one, like what this person's mining. If you can mine volcanic rock, right? So you can get really good value out of that. Obviously the characters down here are really good for just items in general. The reapers, obviously being like one of the hardest bosses, they do have a lot of health, but they do drop some pretty decent rewards. And for these guys, death axe skeletons, they're really easy to juke out. So they'll do like their first hit like that, and then you can just back up, and then you can come in and hit them. Buddy could not handle it. And one of the things you get is you get a lot of runes out of this. So next thing is going to be once you are here. So as a quick note, we are actually working on a macro. So this macro is actually close to coming out. We're going to be launching this soon. So this will it's actually crazy, fully automate everything. So it'll automatically mine for you. Here's an example of volcanic rock. It'll automatically mine for you, and alongside automatically mining, I'm going to help this kid. He's about to, alongside auto mining, it'll have auto sell, a lot of crazy things, but it won't just be like, you sit in one spot and mining. It'll like go to ores and farm them for you. Now, the next thing is going to be you want to farm resources, yes, and money, but I would recommend getting a good amount of just money in general stacked, because as you can see, come back on over to the website. They have a the update information. So this will show when the update is. For me, it starts in 14 hours. So event details. So as you see, extra luck, free rerolls. So this is why I'm saying you should probably try to prioritize getting money. So as you use code PEAK on this weekend, you get 10 free rerolls. It's the best time to grind for rare ores and drops. This is what I'm trying to hyper focus on. Is you probably shouldn't want to hyper focus or lock in on, you know, just mining and grinding specifically when this event's coming. So you should probably work on getting enough money to where you can like buy the resources like potions and all this to get even better value out of this update. Because what's most likely going to be plausible is getting a ton of really rare resources. Like, for example, you could get Darkite, Demonite, or even, just throwing this out there, I personally don't have it, but some of the even rarer stuff, like if we go over here to ores, there's some real rare stuff like Galaxite. Obviously, this is probably never going to be obtained. It's a 1 in a million, 11.5x multiplier. Things like this, or even Rainbow Crystal Ore or Arcane Crystal Ore, these are going to be obtained from the Goblin Cave, I believe. So mined and obtained from the Crimson, Cyan, Earth, and Light crystals. So those are going to be the crystals in the Goblin Cave, which is yet another reason why you should probably do this quest. So it's going to be these crystals. These are only in this cave, and these crystals are really good. So the Arcane Crystal is a 1 in 100,000, I believe, and is a 7.5x, being one of the highest. Now, obviously, most likely you're not really going to just stumble across one of these, but one of the main things to note is with this increased luck, it's going to be very plausible to get a very strong build like a ton of Darkite or Demonite. So alongside this, they also have leaked towards their new upcoming update, which I'll show you those leaks, and also the soon to be integration of private servers, which is my personal, you know, favorite thing, because I like to grind, especially ores in one spot, and you know, the one spot, right, that gets into the magma area, everyone farms that. So it's like, I can't get it because everyone else is getting it. But here's some of the sneak peeks. So we have a new animation. These are a new type of weapon. We got the walk, the running, the stabbing from the ability, really insane. We also got the new zone that they are working on adding. This looks insane. They're adding a spear type weapon and a ton of new NPCs. So we're getting a lot of new stuff coming in the update. This is going to be the update after the weekend, so most likely it's going to be like next week, right? But for the most part, you want to grind as much money as you can. I'm personally going to stack up on potions so that during the event, luck potions, especially combining with the already high luck, and minor potions, I'm going to try to get as much Darkite and Demonite as I can. But for the most part, you want to try to grind money from Essence, which is one of the main sections. Like I was talking about before, you can farm Slimite, and then you can take Essence and sell that for a ton. So for example, right, if I want to sell some of the Essence I have, if I want to sell all of this Superior Essence, just 77 Superior Essence is almost 6,000, just like that. And that stuff is so easy to get, especially if you're farming Reapers, Magma Slimes, all of those. But for the most part, pretty much it for this video. Once again, if this helped you out, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you on the next one.